Good morning. This is Devoted Heart Lauren, Monday Awareness Upgrade. Happy Monday. Cheers. I made myself a decaf iced coffee, which is significant for several reasons. One, it means that I'm doing something different because I don't think I'm not a coffee drinker at all, but every once in a while I get like the craving for coffee, and sometimes I'll buy it out. So I've resisted the urge to buy it out because I knew that I had everything that I needed to make it here. So that feels really good. And then also, just doing something different, which goes along with my theme for today. So let me take a sip of shuffling the deck. So I had a revelation about this yesterday of just like using this metaphor of a deck of cards to kind of mix things up, shuffle, put anything that has been out, away, take anything out that has been away, and just change it up a little bit, because in our own lives and in our own homes, we can get very comfortable with the setup, with the arrangement, and maybe there's something really significant or really beautiful that you have placed in a certain way, in a certain location to remind yourself of something, but it's just been there for so long that it doesn't have that meaning anymore. You're used to it. You're so used to it that you're desensitized and it's not doing what it needs to do anymore. Like I have some affirmation that I have on my bedroom wall, certain like things that I want to remember, but I think it's time to either put them away or change the location of them so that I actually look at them in a new way and refresh the whole energy of everything. Same thing with like tarot cards and oracle cards. Sometimes I'll pick a card in a certain situation and the card will feel like very resonant and very significant, and I'll leave it out. So I've had a couple of cards on my little mantle place here for a while, and and every once in a while I look at them and I'm like, okay, cool, like that, right, remember that message. But I don't know, I just had this overwhelming feeling and revelation yesterday that it's time to put all the cards back, shuffle the deck, mix it up, and pick a new card, okay? Because either I already got the message, I got that lesson, and I don't need the reminder anymore, or maybe it's just, not working the way that I think it will. That message will unfold and that lesson will be learned and integrated in a different timing. So the cards that I'm going to put back this is the Two of Wands from the tarot deck, and if you look at it, it has this nice rainbow gradient, and it has the two wands that are kind of going inward, so the path is narrowing. And this card I picked at a point when I was really questioning everything and like, is it working? Am I doing the right thing? And this card felt like, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's working. I'm clarifying. It's all happening. Okay, so very, very lovely, very significant, beautiful message. And then this card I picked from an oracle deck, and it says the critical moment, follow your intuition. Okay, and it has some different nature imagery. This is a really beautiful deck I'll show in a minute. And I picked this when I was in a certain situation that I felt like, okay, this is a little risky, so let me just really pause and listen to my own intuition, my own wisdom at every step of the way, right? Because something can feel like a yes, and we can be like, let's move forward, let's do this, feels good. And then in another moment, it doesn't feel like a yes anymore. And our boundaries are fluid and ever changing. Our preferences are fluid and ever changing. So this was a reminder to continue to give myself permission to shift. Even if I said yes, I can then say no. If I said no, maybe it's going to be a yes at some point, right? And so forth. So, you may or may not be into cards. That's okay. But literally or metaphorically in your life today or this week or in general, how can you mix it up? How can you put some stuff away, take some stuff out, move something, just do something different to shake up the energy and see what is truly present now rather than holding on to whatever from the past, okay? So there's a lot of yogic principles that I can relate this to. The one that's really coming up for me is the principle of Shaucha. Shaucha is it's the first of the niyama in the yogic path, which is the second step in the 8 limbs. And Shaucha is purity or cleanliness. So it's staying pure, staying empty in a way, staying clean, taking excellent care of our body and our home and our surroundings and the earth, so that we can receive the messages that we need to receive, so that we can transmute the spiritual into the physical, so that we can manifest what we want to call in and align with our highest calling. So there's 2 verses that have to do with Shaucha in the Yoga Sutra. The first one can be a little bit off-putting because it talks about actual disgust for the body, okay, of just kind of disregarding the body almost and having a disgust or a disdain for the body. And then it's like, whoa, what is that verse all about? And then the second verse talks about joyful awakening. So we are sort of maintaining ourselves, but also separating ourselves from the physical so that we can receive joyful awareness, joyful awakening. When I teach this principle in my Live Your Yoga course, I talk about being one who is ready to receive the music. So you may have heard the saying before, when the instrument is well tuned, the music will come. Or when the student is ready, the guru will arrive. So the principle of Shaucha, I don't think that we need to think of it as, disgust or disdain for the body, because that wouldn't work anyways, right? This is an experience that we're having in the physical to connect with something more, but we have to do this first. We have to take care of ourselves. So just remembering that the situation that we put ourselves in our body, in our home, in our relationships, in the world, that's the groundwork. That's how we are going to be able to approach and receive the spiritual. So it's not that we are going to completely ignore it, because if I don't shower for the next month, or if I don't sweep the kitty litter, right, things are going to get a little dicey around here. It's going to get a little bit gross. It's going to get a little bit distracting. So I think a more potent way of saying this, rather than disgust or disdain for the body, is not to be distracted by the physical. In order to not be distracted by the physical, we actually have to take care of the physical. Okay, we actually have to clean our body. We have to clean our home. We have to do our practices to maintain, so that our instrument is well tuned to receive the music. Okay, so I would invite you with your body or your home or something today to shuffle the deck, to mix things up, do something different, maybe move something, maybe clean something, maybe take something out that inspires you, in service of that purity, that openness, that ability to receive the music and joyful awareness. So I'm going to put these cards back. It's actually hard for me to do. I'm noticing in this moment that it's hard for me to do. So thanks for witnessing. So the tarot deck that I'm using is this one, the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'm not a tarot expert. I have studied a little bit, read a little bit, but I mostly pick a card and then consult the book. So putting back the Two of Wands and mixing it up. While I'm mixing up, I would like to tell you that I launched my Costa Rica retreat for September 6th through 11th. The booking is live now. I'm going to send out the link. But you have this week only through Thursday to book and receive $100 off. So if you're interested, DM me or look around for it. There's a link somewhere, or there will be a link somewhere, and take a look. I'd love to travel with you. Okay, so that is shuffled and mixed. And now the second deck, the Heart Path Oracle cards. I love this deck. It's very profound, lots of symbolism. So I'm putting back this Critical Moment card, shuffling. So make sure to take a look at the Costa Rica retreat. And if you're interested in diving more into the Yama and Niyama, the first 2 steps in the yogic path, yogic principles, please reach out to me about that as well, because I'm going to be launching within the next couple months a 6-month Live Your Yoga journey, Live Your Yoga transformation. It's a group coaching program and mentorship in a way to really apply yoga philosophy to your life. All right, this deck is shuffled. So now I'm going to pick a new one for each. So if you're watching this and you have a particular question, you have a particular inquiry, or a new door that you're opening for this week, bring that into your heart and mind. Okay. Okay, from the tarot, I picked the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. So I know that pentacles are an earth energy, and that's about all I know. I don't remember the significance of the six, so I'm going to look it up. Pentacles. Prosperity, growth, generosity. Hooray! The Six of Pentacles indicates that your long-awaited fruits are ready for harvesting, bringing more wealth than anticipated. Make sure you are generous during this bountiful time. This card can also signify generosity coming from someone else. If this is the case, accept the help with grace and put the resources to good use. All right, I'll take it. We'll take it, people. Any reflections or anything to add, any knowledge or wisdom that you have about the Six of Pentacles or this deck or what this card looks like to you? I wonder, I wish they said like what plant that is meant to be. That would be interesting. Okay, so now the Heart Path deck. Sacred Spiral with Spiders. You are an infinite being. So there's a big spiral, which I'm automatically very into. And this one's going to be a very long description. So let's see if I feel like reading the whole thing. But I highly recommend this deck. Oh yeah, it's not that long. I'll read it. Okay. The card you have selected shows a procession of swimming human figures spiraling to the center of a yin-yang symbol. Under the swimming people, perhaps vibrating at a different frequency, is another layer of purple figures. Paralleling, but not touching, the figure is a spiraling blue sky filled with tree-like growth. Happily nestled in this natural environment are spiderwebs and spiders. Your message: the spider serves as a reminder that as it weaves its web, you too weave your life. Spider sees her world through touch, not light, translating vibration into knowledge. There are times you need to trust what you sense more than what you think. Embrace your creative abilities. Unleash what you have so carefully kept inside. Listen to the first thoughts that enter your consciousness. They are coming from your higher self. Do what it takes to foster all those quirky and innovative ideas that have been popping into your mind. Ignore outside voices that try to discourage you. You are an infinite being who will continue to weave the patterns of life throughout time. Do not fail to see the wisdom of the eternal plan. Listen to the sacred spiral, reminding you that your life is an evolving journey that ends in balance and truth. The yin-yang symbol helps us to accept change. It is one of the greatest freedoms a human can experience. It wants you always to be in the present moment, for that is where the power of creation lies. You are constructing a new and different phase in your life. Trust that you are not alone. Know that you are on this new path with many others. Meditating on this image will help align you with a perfectly balanced state of mind. Remember, nature is the glue that holds all the dimensions together. And the affirmation for this one: I connect with the fleeting touch of another and know that we are on this journey together. Interesting. All right. So I love these cards, and I feel like it's interesting how I put away two cards, and the two cards that I picked, they're like different but also kind of similar. So this one, like Prosperity, Abundance, reminds me of the one that was like the narrowing wands a little bit. And then this one, the Sacred Spiral, I feel like based on what I see, and also the description feels very much about like intuition and honoring the unfolding and the spiral of the path. So yeah, so similar or related message, but in a different way. So yeah, again, I'd love to hear your thoughts, any reflections, anything that you'd like to add, and any way in which you want to shuffle things up, mix things up this week. Yeah, check out my retreat. Let me know if you're interested in Live Your Yoga. Let's take a few breaths together to close. So just opening to this week, this day, the next chapter in all ways. Let's take 3 breaths. Exhale all the air. Inhale. And then I'm going to chant the verse for Xiao Qia. I actually forgot I wanted to do that. So the 2 verses that have to do with purity and cleanliness, in order to not be distracted by the physical, keep the channel open and receive joyful awareness. Shauchat svanga jugupsa parairasan sargaha sattva shuddhi saumanasyaika griendriya jayatma darshana yogyatva cha. Deep breath for Om. Thanks so much. Mwah. Have a beautiful day.